By popular demand, Paul Barrett is back with his third album, Third Phase of Moon, The Strangest Things. 12 brand new tracks heard by millions on your favorite channel, Third Phase of Moon. Available on iTunes, Amazon, and music streaming services. Paul Barrett's Third Phase of Moon, The Strangest Things. Available right now. Links are below. Blake Cousins, Third Phase of Moon. Welcome back, everybody. We are live, and if you're in San Antonio, Texas, we hear there's a tornado warning. Austin, Texas, San Antonio, Texas. If you're around that general area, get down below. Get down as low as you could go. Get in your basements. We hear there's a warning. That's breaking news coming in. And if you're listening from around the world, welcome to Third Phase Moon. We're talking about UFOs tonight. UFOs, alien abductions. If you've got a story to tell, this is a place. And we're going to share your story. So why not, let's just bring in the callers. If you've got a UFO story that you want to share with us, all you have to do is press number 1 on the keypad and you'll be taken straight to the top. If you're calling in via your iPhone, just press number 1 and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Okay, apparently there has been a touchdown. It has struck. Tornado down over there in Texas. Be safe, people. Be safe over there. Weird weather going on. There's all kinds of weird weather in California, Texas. Obviously, they have tornadoes, but still, haven't you noticed the weather changing? People are blaming weather modification. We don't know what's going on, but if you could control the weather, you could control pretty much the whole entire planet. I know we've received videos from people during tornado strikes of UFOs intermingling with the tornado itself. Is there a reason behind that? All right. And there's been earthquakes in Kansas as well. Did you feel a rumble in Kansas? I know we did just a couple days ago. All right. Weird things going on. Okay. Let's bring in the callers. Let's bring in area code 803. We are live, Third Phase of Moon. How are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good, Blake. Big fan of the show.
All right, cool. Hey, thanks for calling in. Where are you calling in from? And yeah, let's go ahead with whatever you want to share. It sounds like you want to share it to the world. Let's get to it.
Yeah, I'm pretty little shooken up by this too. But a couple days ago, you posted a video about Project Bluebeam, mind control, all that, and I have an incident from like about 3 weeks ago, and that video really like stunned me about it. Like something I could like. I don't know, something hit me, and it just felt like something I cannot even comprehend was just trying to take control of my mind. And it took everything, all the mental force I had for about 10 minutes of excruciating pain to fight it away. And, I mean, after that video, I had to get the news out like this. This could be affecting other people who can't just, fight it away. And I just wanted to get the news out. People got to, be aware of this. I'm calling in from South Carolina, by the way.
Sure. Yeah, that was a submission. Somebody by the name of Nicole said, "What did can she share her report with us? And she recorded her audio, and we shared her report on Third Phase Moon. And yeah, she got really in depth. We've heard about MK Ultra and mind control, but the detail in the video is quite. She got really in depth into it, did her homework, and what she claims is quite astonishing. And a lot of it, she has sources to back up what she's saying. So Nicole did a great report there. So what's happened to you this past couple of days? What do you think's what happened? What's bothering you?
I don't. Well, I haven't been sleeping good recently. It's not been nightmares or anything. I just haven't been sleeping very well. I've been waking up a lot, and I have a lot of back pains in the last at least 2-3 weeks since it's happened. And I don't know. I don't know if that's a side effect of what happened or what. But I mean, it's not. I don't think it's a coincidence.
Well, be safe, keep in touch, and hopefully your symptoms start to relieve here pretty soon. And if not, I would go check in with your doctor and see maybe if there's something going on with you. But, there's people out there that claim that they've been hit by some kind of blast, some kind of energy force, and they can't explain where it's coming from. And sometimes it bombards them for a while. It doesn't let go. It doesn't let go. And it can be quite disturbing to one's body on a consistent level if this energy or whatever it is affecting you. All right. Okay. Thanks for the call. Let's bring in area code 216. 216, you're live, Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight?
How are you doing, brother? How are you, man?
Doing good. Yeah, where are you calling in from?
Cleveland, Ohio, man. I live by Lake Erie. I'm pretty sure you know about all the phenomena that go around in that area. So, I know I'm on air and stuff like this, and, I'm just putting it out here. And my thing is that why won't nobody tell us the truth? I've seen it. I've lived through it. Okay? At the end of the day, I have pictures.
What'd you see?
Well, I can actually send pictures, and people were telling me these are drones and, little fireballs or whatever. People are just making hopes in the sky and stuff like that. But my disclosure in all this is back in I want to say back in '98, I was about 16 years old. I am 32 right now. Unfortunately, Jesus Christ, I'm getting old. But me and a young lady, we was at Lake Erie, and we seen something come out of the water, come deep, because if you notice, if you swim in Lake Erie, if you swim in the beach, around Sandusky and stuff like that, it's nothing but a big mountain. It's nothing but a big cave. If you swam deep into our area of our ocean. So we're not in the ocean. We just so happen to just be standing outside, just watching the night, watching the moon. All of a sudden, we just hear a big bang, and a big splash comes out of the lake, it's humongous, and it just shot out. It was so close, didn't have at the time, camera phones wasn't really that sufficient, and at the time we didn't even think to even pull out our phones. We were stuck. We couldn't do anything about it. We were so terrified for our lives. After it left, we were still stuck in the trance. We couldn't do nothing, couldn't move, nothing. And the thing is that people think that we talk about this like we're just making this up. This is just a hoax. I am calling from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. You know, I've come from the dirt, from the gutters. You know, I'm not coming on here to make some shit like this up. I can go outside right now and look up at the sky, and I don't know if they are satellites, you know, but there are blinking stars constantly circling around, you know, my city. And I'm just not understanding, like, and, you know, I keep asking my girl, like, hey, what is that? You know, like, hey, what is that? Like, it's, you know, and she's like, no, it's just the airplane. You're just, you know, we're by an airport. And I'll be like, really? Seriously, that far out? And then all these chemtrail things, this Nibiru thing, this Planet X thing stuff, like, I'm trying to educate everybody, like, hey, you know, the time is coming. You know, we have people that have been knowing about this for years, hundreds of years. You know, our hard-earned money, our tax-paying money, it's not going for bridges and stuff like that. We all know what's going on. We're on a real high climate pole shift. We all know this. We're not stupid. And that's why I want everybody to get off of President Trump's back about all this. Just let this man bring out the truth on everything. We know about reptilians. We know about everything. We know about all this. And the thing is that we're just tired of keeping quiet about it because it upsets me. It really does. I don't know if you're still there. I don't know if you're still listening.
Oh, yeah, we're here. We're all listening. And your point is very profound. That basically people are waking up that they're realizing we're not alone. It sounds like NASA's pretty much admitting to it. They're saying they're going to tell us in the next 10 to 20 years we're not alone. Why not just tell us now? Let's get over this whole media blackout. Let's get on with other things besides who's dropping whose clothing line or whatever for the top breaking news. Now, this stuff is getting ridiculous. We need to get to the point of, well, you know what Elon Musk has recently talked about. Elon Musk, billionaire, has created his own space agency. He's developed a rocket. He's called his agency Planet X. Or I'm thinking that this guy is going to be so huge. Well, he's already huge, but he's going to be doing many things. And he believes that aliens are pretty much, they're already around. We're just not smart enough, he says. We're not smart enough to communicate or realize that they're here. He's basically stated that it wouldn't be impossible for an alien life form with intelligence traveling no faster than the speed of light. They could pretty much inhabit every single a galaxy in less than 10 million years. So they're here in Elon Musk's opinion, but he says we're just not smart enough to realize it. So big powers are finally giving disclosure out there. To me, that's quite important. Well, hey, something to ponder for sure. All right, let's bring in more callers. What is happening over there, too, in the Lake Missouri? I've had quite a few UFO encounters shared with us in regards to that. So is there some kind of a underwater alien base over there? It could be. All right, area code 719. You're live, Third Phase of Moon. How you doing tonight?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, doing good. How you doing?
For taking my call, too. Let me just jump outside real quick because I got my 2-year-old. I wanted to explain to you my job into detail first. I take calls for, I don't really want to disclose anything, I guess, rather, because I don't know how many people are listening or who does listen. I take calls for a company that's Communications, Let's say that. So.
All right. Okay. Okay. Slow down. You're coming in a little soft. I appreciate your calling. You got your 2-year-old. You're trying to settle your baby down, but can you get to a place where you can speak up a little bit more? It sounds like you got something interesting to share. And yeah, if you want to remain anonymous and not tell us exactly who you are, but it sounds, or exactly what company. I'm sure the world's going to be listening to this, but disclosure is very important. Disclosure is what it's all about. And, we'll never reveal our source if you don't want us to. So go ahead.
I snuck out the door is what I was saying. Also, I put her down, but took a call from a guy paying on his self business, I guess, rather. And he was currently retired from the military. Just say that. And I'm taking the call to obviously pay on his billing for his business, communication-wise. Here and there. Kind of sat me down to listen for a minute and let us know. Long story short, let everybody know. Planet X, Nibiru, whatever you want to say. Yes, it's real. Yes, it's not real. But I took a call where I almost literally started sweating. I got chills on my back when I heard this.
Okay. I'm having a hard time catching your audio. And if we can't hear what you're saying, then, it's not going to help anybody. Maybe call back area code 719, and we're going to reconnect. I hope we could get area code 719 back. Sounds like he had some insight on Planet X, Planet Nibiru. Something coming in from the top. Not exactly sure. Everybody stand by. This is Third Phase Moon. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back live. Third Phase Moon, Blake Cousins. Welcome back, everybody. And if you've got a story you want to share tonight, just press number 1 on your keypad, and you'll be taken straight to the top of the call list. I see we got that caller back, area code 719. All I ask is, I hope we could hear you this time. It sounds like you said you were taking calls while you're working for a company. Is this company military, or is it private? And what did you hear? What's so amazing?
Right on, man. I appreciate it. I don't know if you can hear me. I came into a closed room, And if you can hear me all right, just let me know. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, man, I still can't hear you. Can you put your mouth right next to the mic and speak up a little bit more? Sorry about that. I can't hear you.
Oh, shit. It must be my phone. Is it good now?
Okay, we'll try. It sounds like you're kind of muffled. I don't know why, but let's see. Go ahead.
Well, they're probably listening to the call now. If you can hear me, I don't know if it's all right. If you can hear me good, I'm going to call back and I want to talk to you. But
no, this is good. I hear you. No, this is fine. I hear you.
Email or whatever.
Yeah. This is good. I got you loud and clear. Let's go ahead with the story, and let's start from the beginning again. Go ahead.
Well, first, you got it right. I can't just say towards company-wise. I do take the calls. He was just letting me know regarding, I was bringing up my family and stuff. We got real personal into life and stuff like that. So he told me, you know what? I'm going to tell you something, man. If you're really talking about life and how you want your family to be healthy and live and go forward and watch your daughter do this and that, I'm going to sit down and tell you something. And I said, all right, what? And he said, Planet X and Nibiru, have you heard about that? And I'm like, yeah, cool, man. I sometimes, I'm on YouTube. My daughter's flipping on YouTube, and, you know, I watch alien stuff and this and that, and here nor there. He says, well, you know what, buddy, man, it's real. And I worked for the military. I shouldn't be saying it. So what? I'm my age. I got my wife. We're families. We're retired. Come and get me, he says. And I said, oh, wow, all right, well, what's up, man? I'd really like to hear what you got to say. And he says, well, about 70 years ago, this side of here, I don't know what he was saying, but his job was based off of planetary, star movement, galaxies, this and that. And I was like, wow, awesome, cool. So he got into it and he said that they have this type of machine that calculates, you know, the star movements, what shadows go in front of them and this and that. And I was like, okay. And we calculated that it's coming towards us. And if it comes between the sun and the earth, that's when it's going to be bad. But if it's on the other side of the sun, we're going to be okay. That's all he had to tell me. He said, I can't tell you no more. He don't know when it's coming, but there are calculations that it's like 3 times, 4 times as bigger than the sun, I guess. It's not what they make to be as it's 50 times this, and when it flies by, dust clouds, all this stuff's going to hit, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, I'm like, and I was telling earlier when I called in that I had these, when he told me, I started like getting chills and like sweating literally, like I had this weird feeling, and I'm like, wow, this is like sounding like I'm hearing this from a real old man. It's like living the military life, and he's probably not just some weird dude, you know? So I listened, and he said, it's coming, man. He said, just pretty much just hold your family good. I don't know if your family, you said your daughter's 4, 3 years old, da-da-da. Like, my daughter's 2, and he's like, well, I don't know if they're going to see it or if you're going to see it, but it's coming towards us. And I was like, oh, my God, dude. So he said their telescope that's in Antarctica, I guess, nicknamed Lucifer, that zooms out and sees X-ray, X-ray, I guess, and they're just calculating somewhat how the stars move. I don't know how to explain it. I don't want to chop it up to where I'm like just sounding gibberish, I guess, but if someone's understanding, I know someone knows something about what I'm talking about. So said it's coming towards us. Long story short, we were talking about family, and he said, hey, keep your family good, da-da-da. Whatever happens, happens, but if it comes between the sun, Earth's in trouble. And that's when we wouldn't know, they don't know, and they can't understand when it's going to come. But they knew 60 years ago for a fact that this thing was coming, and then now the technology that they have, he said it was just too much for him to handle. He's quit, retired, da-da-da. Not because of that. It's just after the end. And that's it, buddy. That's all I wanted to call. I don't know. I was kind of worked up. I had to run outside. I had to go into my other room. I was like, I got to get service. I picked up my call, but I appreciate the call. I don't know. I randomly listen to your show once in a while, and I didn't know your name until people were talking about it just tonight when I was listening to the show, buddy. So I'm new to this, and I didn't know. Other than that, if you can hear me good, that's what happened. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I got you. You know,
if you have information on me,
what you explained, what you just shared with us is interesting. It sounds like you basically confirmed we have insight from a military, basically a person in high standard in the military, up there in ranks, giving you classified information in regards to this incoming planet, whether you call it Planet Nibiru or Planet X. One of these planets, if not the same, it's hard to tell. People are saying Nibiru and Planet X aren't the same. But this guy's saying, well, you get ready. Did you ask him by any chance what he intended to do?
What do you mean for me? No, he said when I was asking towards something like that, I don't even remember. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about life and health and going forward in life and how he's happy with the businesses and this and that. And I didn't ask anything towards that other than he told me just be cool, be safe, and don't worry about type of what he was giving off. So I did come up, with something like that by saying that, but he told me just be cool, I guess. I don't know what that means, man. I don't know. He said just be cool with everything. It's coming towards us. And from what I said, we were talking about health and living and being cool. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's going to be a flash of light or if it's going to be like, watch what's coming. And I don't know, dude. I can't answer that. I didn't ask him. I didn't ask the question. I wish I would have answered, but I got the number and I got the email, and he said he has documents of some sort. That one he told me, when he said
get this guy to come on Third Phase. Get this guy to come up on Third Phase and see if he wants to share some of this information. He sounds like he's already telling you. Why not tell the world, right? What made him not just single you out? It sounds like he's going public with this stuff in its own way.
It was obviously when our call was, it wasn't going to be heard, I guess, rather. He knows he was talking to me, that he didn't know I was going to call and let the people know, So I don't know. It's nothing that I would say he's probably in trouble with, but when he said, he was like, oh, I'll tell you something in that way. He was like, oh, they can come and get me or whatever. I'm old enough or I'm retired with my family. I'm living my life and it's cool. I don't care. I didn't think he took it as he disclosed, but he was telling me for the better of life going forward, like, this is real. It's something coming, the planet's coming, and it will come to us. If it's in your era of life, I don't know, but it's coming. That's what he would just period said, and he ended it.
Could you tell me?
I wanted to say.
Could you tell me what, without giving us his name, could you tell us what rank he was, what branch of the military he worked for?
I could not say. He told me something, and I couldn't even remember what he said. He did say something. I couldn't say. He didn't say like Navy. Your basic stuff. He didn't say your Air Force. Hey, I work for this. He said something, and I don't know. It just scared me, dude. And I just always thought to myself, well, what can I do and tell, or how can I? What am I going to do? No one's going to even understand me except my personal employees that I work with, that knew I have that information, that saw me that day, that saw me walking around telling people, that saw me doing that. They know. It's not like it's, I don't know, man. So people are listening. It's real. So I don't want to scare the way of like, hey, your families, or watch out, you need to build bunkers. I'm in.
Yeah, you're just telling us what you heard, and it's information that you've wanted to share, and that's what's amazing. And you sound genuine. Hopefully, the guy that was telling you this stuff was genuine, and he had really solid proof, because this is what the world is talking about. People are talking about Planet Nibiru. It's everywhere. Is there a reason behind that? Do the government officials in high power know what's going on? Apparently, Russia was going to disclose this Putin warned the world that he was going to share to the world that Nibiru exists. There are scientists out there that say it does. Planet X is out there, but they have yet to ascertain exactly where it is, but they're saying something's out there. Okay, we got more callers calling in, and if you've got something to share, just press number 1 on your keypad, and you'll be taken straight to the top. This is Third Phase of Moon, Blake Cousins. Stand by, everybody. Phase Moon, Blake Cousins, we're back live, and I wanted to remind everybody that Paul Barrett's new album called The Strangest Things, the Third Phase of Moon third album, The Strangest Things. The link is below in every description of our UFO videos that we upload on our YouTube channel. Take a look at it. It's available on iTunes. It's a great third album, and gotta thank Paul Barrett for his genius, the music behind Third Phase of Moon. Okay, now let's bring in more callers. We've got 2 area codes calling in from the same area code. I don't know if they're related or not. One of them is 323. So let's bring area code 323 in, see how they're doing. You there?
Hello?
Yep, you're live. How you doing? Third Phase of Moon, loud and clear.
All right. I saw the UFO, or, well, I don't know if it was a UFO. Well, it was unidentified. The one on Valentine's Day in Los Angeles.
Yeah, sure. There was a big sighting on Valentine's Day. Thousands of people witnessed it. What's going on? Yeah.
So, but you were saying that it may have been the military testing a missile. I don't know if it was. I don't know, but yeah, I saw it. It went straight up into the atmosphere. At first, I thought it was the moon, but then I saw the moon to the left, so I knew it wasn't the moon. But whatever the case, I had another experience though. This was probably about 10 years ago, and it was like a orb that you guys call an orb. But it was like the size of a maybe like a soccer ball. It was up in the sky. It was probably like up at the height of the airplanes, and it came down at about a like a 90-degree angle, a little bit more than 90. But it came down and came in front of me. I was standing on a stairway outside, like a outside stairway at these apartment buildings, and it came down at an angle and came in front of me about 10 feet, about 10 or 15 feet in front of me. And I was standing in the middle of the stairway, and I held up my hand like I was welcoming it, like waving or whatever, like waving peace or whatever. But it just stayed there. I didn't want to turn away because my cousin, he lived upstairs, and I didn't want to turn away and call him, and it disappeared or did something weird. So I didn't want to miss it. So I kept my eyes on it and kept staring at it. But then it, like I say, it was the size of a like a soccer ball up in the sky when it was at the height of the airplanes. But when it came down in front of me, it was still that same size. That what was weird to me. When it came down in front of me about 10, 15 feet away, it was still that same size it was that it was in the sky. And then it ended up taking off again in that same angle that it came down. The same angle it came down in, it took off in that same angle and went back up. And it just went out of sight. You know what I'm saying? It was weird. So yeah, that was my experience. But I don't tell too many people because they don't believe me. You know what I'm saying? So some people they probably listen to me and be like, yeah, but you know, it's like kind of weird if they wasn't there. You know, they sometimes they don't believe you. If you tell the wrong person, they might try to lock you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we hear you. And, yeah, it's good that people come out there, share their UFO sightings right here at Third Phase Moon because, you know, they're not locking people up anymore. Maybe about 30 years ago, 20 years ago, you start talking about what people are talking about now, their alien experiences, there would have been some kind of room for them in some mental facility. And who knows when they would have let that person out if they continued to believe that we're not alone in the universe and people have been visited. But nowadays, they're not doing that. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because even world leaders, including high-ranked government officials, are all admitting that they know there's something going on extraterrestrial on this planet. Okay. I think we got another area code 323. It might be calling from the same location. You're live, Third Phase Moon. How you doing tonight? 323, you there? "323" is out. Okay. Let's see. Did we go to area code 385? Let's bring him in. Area code 385. You're live, Third Phase of Moon.
Hey, Blake. How you doing?
Doing good. Doing good. How you doing tonight? Yeah,
okay.
Loud and clear.
Cool.
Loud and clear.
A little delay there. Digging the new music. That's always good. But I don't know. I consume a lot of, I guess you'd call it conspiracy news and stuff like that. Just especially with this last crazy election, man. And I just got this like nagging idea in my head, connecting all these dots that I don't want to give it too much credence, but it's always there, and it just seems more and more more and more stuff just keeps getting added to this theory of mine.
Yeah, what's your theory? What's the theory? Go ahead. You're breaking up a little bit.
Well, so, you know, with this whole last election, with all the corruption and everything, really kind of red-pilled me and got me looking into things a little bit deeper. But you see all this stuff with, like organ harvesting and Haiti and all this other stuff. I'm just wondering, like, if there's an alien agenda behind it all, because it's hard for me to believe that there's that many humans participating in something that evil. You know, it's just hard for me to I don't know. I almost don't want to believe it. You know what I mean?
Sure,
so
but
it's just like,
the thing is, you know, there's a lot of scare tactics on the news right now, and I don't think there's anything to be necessarily afraid of. And people are having, there's a lot of anxiety going around. And what do you think? What do you think this is all about? Why do you say it's an alien agenda?
Well, just like with everything, a lot of people think David Icke's just a crazy guy, and he talks about reptilian shapeshifters and all that. But what he actually talks about is he actually looks into the history of all these cultures throughout Earth's history, you know, and there's always like this theme with reptiles that comes up, and they're always deceivers, and they're always feeding off of humanity somehow, right? And it just seems like all this anxiety we're talking about and all this, it's almost like our system is farming us for it, you know what I mean? Like, just everything that happens, all this terrible news, all these police shootings, all these Soros riots, just everything. It just seems that, like, there's got to be some central, like, what do you call it, a hinge behind it all, right? And, I mean, all these wars we're getting in, all these dead people going, their organs are missing, you know, they're getting sewed up with rocks inside them and thrown into lakes and all this shit. It's just like, how does that serve any human? Like, that doesn't, how does that get, you know, money only motivates people to a certain extent, you know. Once you have millions and millions, what's another million or billion, you know? And it's just like, where's all this going? You know, it's almost like we're being farmed, it feels like, just from everything I've seen, you know, between, like, Den Corp and Pizzagate and reptilians and all this other stuff, you know. Even Hunter S. Thompson, you know, the guy Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is based off of. That guy was part of, like, some crazy, like, occult stuff where they were farming people for their adrenal glands, you know, to this substance called adrenochrome that's supposed to be, like, the ultimate high. It's just like, maybe there's something in us these aliens need that gets them high. Maybe it's a drug. Maybe it's something they need to reproduce. Maybe they're just big trolls, you know, and they just are sociopathic aliens that just love and enjoy suffering humans, you know. Who knows? But
you know,
yeah,
that's
I don't know.
something to think about. There's so much anxiety. Yeah, we're looking at the Orville Dam. It seems like it's holding together, and that looks like it's a catastrophic event ready to happen. There's a lot of high anxiety going on around the world. But a lot of it is not as strange as it used to be, or as harsh as it used to be as well. We as a human race will have to figure out how to be organized and controlled in a way that we all get along and we have the freedom to do what we want to do. And technology is going to help, but there's a lot of questions that we're still not aware of on how it's all going to roll out. That's what the whole adventure of life is all about. Third Phase Moon. This is a Paul Barrett song called Strange Space. Now, what is people's concerns about the alien agenda? Are they going to step in? Are they going to fix humans' problems? Well, they already have in a lot of cases. We're recipients of alien technology, and we're using it every single day. So wait till what comes up next. They're already talking about massive underground tunnels. As far as cities, underground tunnels that will interlink cities, so we'll have no congestion whatsoever. They're going to build these tunnels with alien new technology and the best money out there. So we're not going to have to worry about how we're going to move from one place to another. Space will be ours to enjoy. We're not going to be dealing with traffic jams. It's going to be very simple living, but then there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be out of work. What are they going to do? What's their purpose in life? They're going to be taken care of one way or the other because we have to take care of everybody. And there's going to be so much free stuff out there, and everything's going to be so cheap. Everybody's going to have exactly the same as everybody else. Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? We'll have robots doing everything for us on energy that will be cheap. Running off black matter, dark matter. We don't know what it's out there. So we don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. Then what are we going to do as a human race? Oh, I guess, could the robots make music like you just heard from Paul Barrett? Can they make movies, cinematic, theatrical movies? Well, yeah, they probably could. And then we're going to be getting into this virtual reality world that's going to be so realistic, hypersensitive realism is going to be so immense. In the next 10 years, why even go outside anymore? People will be immersed in a virtual world. There is the big picture, in my opinion, that's going to be what we're looking forward to. And we're going to be able to fly, which is one of the most sought after feelings as one human would want to desire if you're not afraid of heights. And let me tell you, you think you want to fly, but when you get up 100 feet or 200 feet under anti-gravity, you're out there in the element, you're going to be afraid of heights. It's going to take a while to get used to flying, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And then there's going to be a lot of fun of exploration to other planets, other galaxies, other systems, other life forms, other civilizations, other technology, other food, other experiences, sensitive feelings that we can't even understand. So it's not all doom and gloom, people. I just want everybody to realize we live in a world that we're bigger than you really give us credit for. So let's keep an open mind. Let's keep it positive. And when things get hard, well, the human race will always come back in a way that is profound. And I have a lot of confidence in the human race. Look at the people that call in. They have a lot of guts sharing their stories to you. You listen to it. Millions and millions of people around the world have listened to these stories. Why? Because they have the same questions as all of us do and the same desires of a positive life. So these are all things we need to ponder. Now, I leave you off that we will be doing this again this Friday. We're going to be live Friday night taking your calls. And I wanted to share with you, again, Paul Barrett's incredible soundtrack. We've been sharing some of his music tonight, and I'm really excited that his new album, The Strangest Things, is out live. And you can get it right now on iTunes and Amazon and other streaming services. The links will be below in the description. And everybody on the Flash chat, I got to thank everybody that called in tonight. A lot of guts. And then everybody in the Flash chat, like Beyond the Omniverse, Billy Hassel, Devin Sturgeon, Flip It For You, Giovanni Punzano, Giovanni Punzano. Okay. Green Bay Joe, appreciate it, Green Bay. Cassandra, thanks as always. Lisa Walker, appreciate it. Mark Edwards, 186 Point Dues, thanks for tuning in tonight. Potter For You, appreciate you joining us. Welcome back. Apollo Blount, 1. Spyroid, Cortez, Lord Danu, appreciate it, Lord Danu, and the Pulp Winium Dash 451. Thanks for tuning in. See you Friday night. And Rando of, what is this? Randa. It's a hard one. Fix that one. Everybody, keep your eyes on the skies. Have a steady hand when you capture something. And if you do, send it to us at Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins. See you next time.